Good morning. Happy Saturday. Um, we are late because we had a guest speaker that was going to be on with us this morning, and we were going to be doing a live interview with her. She's a top network marketer. She's a top earner in her company, six figures, and she had an emergency come up, and so we had to reschedule. So you guys just get me today all by myself. So I had to take these eye patches off. I forgot I had them on. Oh my gosh, these things are magic, especially when you don't get any sleep at night. I woke up with these huge bags up underneath my eyes, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to go get those eye patches and put those on right now. Okay, so we're gonna continue talking about what we were talking about yesterday, but we are going to add some more to it. So, good morning, Miss Jennifer. So make sure you have something to take some notes with because you're going to want to write some of this stuff down because it's really good stuff. Um, so if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Jessica Holland. I've been in network marketing for 7 years, and that has always been my full-time income for the last 7 years. I'm a single mom of three children. I have a son, Braxton. He's 3. My daughter, Braylon. She'll be 2 next month. And my new baby just turned 2 months, and her name is Blakely. So I help network marketers and direct sellers build their brand online. So this is live in several different locations right now. So wherever you're from watching, please comment, say hello, let me know where you're from, what time you're watching, and if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Please like, share this broadcast, and tag your friends. Tag your friends if you know someone who is in network marketing or direct sales who needs help to build their brand online, and let them know. And if this is you, join our free group on Facebook. It's called Branding You Inc. INC. You can also find my business page is Jessica Holland Branding Expert at Build You Branding You and Not Your Company. Okay, at Branding You and Not Your Company. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're talking about branding, and this is part 2 to branding yourself and how to look the part on social media. So branding yourself and how to look the part on social media. All right. So step 1 is you are going to take some really good, confident photos of yourself. And this does not have to be professional photos. Like, you don't have to hire a photographer or anything like that. So don't go feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to go spend a whole bunch of money. You don't. You really don't. iPhones take really good pictures in portrait mode. So if you have an iPhone, there you go. So I would just recommend taking them like in some really good lighting, maybe even outside. It really doesn't even matter what your background is, because I'm going to show you how to remove the background. So your background doesn't matter. You just need some good lighting and maybe a good camera phone, and just call your friend up and say, hey, we're going to go take some pictures of me. And I might even recommend bringing a couple different outfit changes, like just, and figure out which ones you like the best, which ones are going to stand out the most, which ones you feel the most confident in, because you're going to need something more than just like a headshot. You really want like a body shot. And that is what we're going to put on your banner. And this doesn't need to be like a selfie. It doesn't need to be like you know, in your car, like the best selfie you ever did in your car. We all post those, right? But we don't want anything like that. We want it to look more professional. So grab your friend and say, hey, we're going to go take some pictures, bring a couple outfits, and just make sure you have some good lighting. Okay, so let's see, where did I put that? All right. So if you want to be taken seriously, you really need to show up online a little bit more. And there are some great examples if you want to check these people out. You can search Sarah Robbins or Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Wendy Lee Steverson. Those are a few. Tanya Eliza. They really know how to show up online, and their brand, they have built huge companies branding themselves online. And if you're looking for an example of what your banner should look like or what your photos should look like, go check them out on Facebook. So those are just a few examples. Okay, so decide when you're going to take your photos, and don't put it off. Really, it needs to be like within the next 24 hours. So call your friend and say, hey, we're going to take pictures. I need your help. You just need somebody to hold the camera, and somebody that is going to get you at your best angle. Okay, so number 3, you're going to brand me. So I'm going to brand me and not my company. So I'm going to tell you 5 things that you're going to do to start branding yourself and not your company. Okay, and you can do this in different places. Of course, you have a personal profile, and that's where a lot of people start, is building on their personal profile. And then you can also have a business page, and hopefully, if not already, if you don't already have one, a VIP group for your brand, your community, where you're going to have everybody all together in one place. So, but you can just start with your personal profile. So don't get overwhelmed, because the confused mind does nothing. And so, start with your personal profile, and then work your way to having a business page, and then a VIP page, a group page for your people, for your audience, if you don't already have that. Okay, so 5 things you're going to do is you're going to make your banner about you. So your banner on your personal Facebook page needs to look really sharp and classy. So you're going to take your photos and pick your favorites, and you're going to do a couple different like poses. Say like, like the one like with your hand on your hip, and the one where you're like pointing at something, or like this, like where it looks like you're like almost serving something up. A couple different shots like that, and you'll see why you take photos like that once you edit out and remove the background and add it to your banner, because it's going to be basically like you're pointing at your words. You're like, hey, click here to join my group, so something like that. So you're going to take several photos like that, different shots, different angles from different sides, different outfits, and figure out which ones that you like the best. Okay, and then so number 2, your posts are going to change. Your post on your Facebook page need to be about 80% of the post need to be about fun, need to be about family, need to be about just positivity, or something that you are showing up and providing value to your audience. Okay, so here's my top 10 tips for gardening, or whatever it is, whatever you like. So providing value, showing up, showing yourself, pictures with your family at the beach, or you're going to the park with your kids, cooking dinner with your kids, whatever it is, because that is how they are going to connect with you. Okay, so 20% is business posts, only 20%. And when I mean business posts, I don't mean like you holding up your company product and saying, oh, this is the most amazing product ever, and you guys need it, you need to buy it, it's fabulous, you can lose weight, or whatever, or this is the best. I don't know whatever this does. You know what I'm saying? So when you hold the product, if you're holding the product up in your photo, you want to make sure that you cover up the label so they cannot see the company name or the name of the product. That's really, really important, because what you're doing is you are creating curiosity. Because back in the day, 5, 6, 7 years ago, you could post things like that, and people would engage with you, because network marketing wasn't as big as it is now. So now everyone online is selling something. So you have to really work to grab their attention away from everything else that's going on in the world today, because there's just so much. So you don't want to give away everything, okay? You can talk about the benefit of the product and what this product is going to do for you, what problem this product is going to solve, but you do not say the name of the company or the name of the actual product. So you can use things like this magic cream gets rid of your wrinkles or your cellulite or whatever, and then talk about all the benefits that it's going to do for them, and maybe how fast it's going to work, or whatever. Because curiosity makes people come to you. Because if you post the name of your company, you post the name of your product, like they're just going to go straight to Google, because that's what consumers do, and they can Google it and they can find it anywhere, and they could buy it off Amazon, they could buy it off eBay, they could buy it from their friend that sells it. But I mean, you're doing the work, you're promoting it, you're talking about it, so they need to buy it from you. And the only way that's going to happen is if you don't give all the information away. You want them to have to ask you a question. You want them to have to ask you, well, how much is it? Where is it? How do I get it? Do I order it on your website? Like things like that. Like what's the name of the product? They have to ask you questions. So you have to leave them, leave them with curiosity. So they're either commenting or they're going to message you. You say, if you want more information, just comment below, send me a message, and whatever. And you have that conversation privately, because what's going to happen is people are going to come along onto your Facebook. They're going to see the post, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, it's this product, it's this brand, it's this company. Oh yeah, I know so and so that sells that. I'm going to go buy it from her, or I'm going to go look it up on Amazon or eBay, and I'm going to buy it there. Because consumers don't know the difference between purchasing from you and purchasing from just anywhere online that they can find that sells it these days. Okay, so that is really, really, really important. It's curiosity, creating curiosity when you are posting about your product, and it should only be 20% of the time. Okay, 80% is fun, family, value. 20% is your product or your whatever you're selling. If you're selling a product or a service, whatever you're promoting. Okay, number 3 is removing your company name. So a lot of people will have their company name on their Facebook page, their profile. You want to take all that off. Like if it says your email that has your company name in it, if it says your website that has your company name in it, if you have a VIP group and it's named after your company, take it out. Change the name to your VIP group. Make it something cute and fun that people want to be a part of, but don't name it, X company's VIP group, like Jessica's company VIP group. So you definitely want to change that, because you want it to be a place that's fun, and you don't want it to be something that you're plastering all over your Facebook page saying, hey, click here to join my group, and that's going to give away what company that you're with. Okay, so if you have any of that on your personal Facebook page, you want to take all of that off. And this is, if you've already branded your company, it's time to rebrand you. So that's what you have to do. Okay. All right. Number 3, we said that already. Number 3 is remove the company name. And then number 4 is delete all company posts for the last 3 months. If you can, try to do that, because what's going to happen is if you just stop doing what you have been doing, if you've been vomiting all over your Facebook page about your company, about your product and whatever, and you're telling them all the everything and overload information, and we're just vomiting all this, people don't want to see that. So, and what happens a lot of time is people will unfriend you or unfollow you, because literally that's all their Facebook feed is, and they don't want to see that. So they want to know about you. They want to know about your life. They want to know about your kids. They want to know about your dogs. What are you doing this weekend? Like, that's what people want to know. That's what social media is. It's, being social. It's making friends. It's building relationships. And Facebook even has a lot of rules about marketing your business on your personal page. You're supposed to have a business page specifically for that. So if you are spamming your personal page with your company and your product, chances are nobody's going to see those posts anyways. Not very many people are going to see those posts, because Facebook is not going to show it. Okay, so let's see, where to leave off. Okay, so go and clean up your page. So if you have a ton of company posts and product posts over the last 3 months, just go back and like delete those. Because what's going to happen is if you just start today and say, okay, today from now on, moving forward, I'm not going to post about my company name and my company product, and I'm not going to put the name of the product in the post. I'm just going to, post it and be like, you need this magic cream or whatever and cover up the label. Well, all they have to do is scroll back a couple of days and see, well, you just posted about that a few days ago, and it clearly shows the label and it tells what the company name is. So that would be kind of pointless, because people do creep your Facebook page. Clean it up a little bit. All right, number 5 is to share your tagline. So your tagline describes who you help. So who you help. So it's your I help statement, basically. So who do you help? I help blank. I help network marketers and direct sellers build their personal brand online. I teach them how to build their brand and not their company. So, whatever it is that you do, whoever it is that you help, your tagline needs to be on your banner. It needs to be on your personal Facebook page, on your banner. Okay. So, that was the top 5 things. Okay. All right. Next. All right. So next you're gonna pick your platform, because there's so many different places where you can build. And you can build in several places at one time. That is what I'm doing, but you don't have to do that. Sometimes, if you're trying to do too many things at one time, it's really easy to get overwhelmed and then just do nothing. So a confused mind does nothing. So pick one platform, at least one platform that you are going to build on. I recommend Facebook because it's still the largest growing social media network, and that's where you're going to be able to build communities and groups. So I definitely do recommend building on Facebook. But if you are an Instagram girl and you're really good with Instagram, then you can build on Instagram. There's TikTok, there's Pinterest, there's YouTube, which I love. So there's just like a whole lot of options, and everybody's different. So pick one that you're really good at, or one that you already know a lot about, or that you can work the most, and just start there. And then once you get comfortable building there, start adding some more, because in another training I'll tell a little bit more about basically what I do and how you can really just do one piece of content and repurpose it for all different platforms. And really that's what I do. Like with StreamYard that I'm using right now and I'm going live, I'm live in, I should do a podcast. Kristen, you know what's funny? I just added that to my list. I literally just added that to my list. I signed up for it the other day, and I have to get in there and learn about it. But that's exactly right. Okay, so that's a perfect example, because this right here, like, I'm doing my makeup and talking to you guys. I'm really not looking at you. I'm still trying to engage with you guys, and I'm reading your comments. So I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have TikTok, I have Periscope, Twitter, gosh, I'm trying to think, Pinterest. I just added the podcast thing. But what's really cool with using StreamYard, which is what I'm using right now, is you can go live in several places at one time. So yes, you do have to pay for it. I think the pro version is $50 a month, which is what I have. So I'm live right now in my personal branding group. I'm live on my business page. I'm live in my team page for my company, for my personal team, and I'm live on YouTube. So I'm live in all of those places at one time. So it kind of like, the one bird, two stones kind of thing. But it's actually, I'm live in six different places right now. So, you could be seeing this from any one of those places right now. So you make one piece of content and then you can repurpose it for all those different places, like a podcast, like Kristen said. So like later on, I could go and pull the audio out of this video and just upload it as a podcast, which is what I'm going to be doing. And you can edit that, because I say a lot. and a few other things I'm sure y'all are starting to notice if you haven't already. I'm working on that. I'm not perfect. I'm not striving for perfection here. We're just, we're just working on being consistent. Consistent consistency is the key, not perfection. We'll never be perfect. All right. So let's see. All right. So pick which platform you are going to build on, and you know what is really cool. There, there is a difference in an SEO and a social media platform. So a social media platform is things like Facebook and Instagram. Um, SEO is search engine optimization. So that is what Google is, and that is what YouTube is. So like when you go to search something, um, that is what those are. Those are search engine sites. So did you know that Google owns YouTube? So like if you have a YouTube channel and you go to Google and you search something, it will pull it up in Google from YouTube. Or if you go to YouTube and obviously you search something on YouTube, you can find things on YouTube. So you can go to YouTube. Like if you're a YouTube girl, you want to start a YouTube channel. Um, whatever you're doing, like if you're like into like makeup or whatever, or skincare or something, you can go to YouTube and search like top 10 tips for, whatever, how to keep your makeup to stay on longer. And you'll see different things, or you just type in top 10 tips makeup, top 10 tips skincare, and it's going to pull up like a ton of things because that's what people are searching for. So when you title your videos and you put things in the description, you want to make sure that you put things that people are searching for. And you can do the same thing and go to Google. So those are like the top things people search for because that's what's going to pop up. So you can use, repurpose some of those titles and kind of make it your own. Don't do it exactly like word for word verbatim, but that will give you some ideas of what people are looking for, what they're actively searching for. So, if you want to build on one platform, that's great. Start there. Don't be overwhelmed and just try to do them all at one time. But I do recommend if you're like, you know what, I think I can do two, then definitely do an SEO and a social media platform. So, like, if you could do Facebook and YouTube, that would be really, really great. Okay, so I got off on a tangent there. All right, so we're picking your platform, and let's see. I'm checking out looking at my notes here. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to pick your brand colors. Okay, so, and if you go look at my stuff right now, my stuff does not match. I am currently in the process of redoing all of mine right now. So if you have a business page, if you have a VIP page, if you have obviously your personal page, when you're making your brand, you really want like all of your colors to match across all of those places. So when you go and pull them up, you're like, okay, yeah, this matches what I was just looking at, so this makes sense. Okay, so the different places that you can go and find, we're going to talk about how to pick your colors. So you can go to Google and literally Google feminine brand boards, and you can pick your colors. So it's going to be a board and it's going to have 6 different colors that you're going to choose for your brand. So what are your brand colors going to be? Like, do you like pink? Do you like yellow? Are you into like floral colors? Like, do you like pastel? Are you like, I don't know, whatever you like. And you can search that on Google and find that. And you can also go to Etsy boards / Colorzilla. That's another place. Um, it's just easier and you have more options on a bigger screen. So you can do it from your phone, but I do recommend trying to do that on your desktop versus your phone with the app. So those are a couple options. So when you go to Canva, you're going to search mood boards, M-O-O-D, mood boards. So pick your colors. That's where you're going to start. What are going to be your brand colors? And that is what is going to be on your like with your logo that you're going to make, your banner for your personal page, your business page, your VIP page, you know, all of those things, because you want them to match across the board. Okay. All right. So that's that. Let's see. Okay. Then I'm going to tell you how you can get your logo created. Do you have to have a logo? No, you do not. You do not have to have a logo. Do you feel like you have to have all these things before you start? No, you do not. I did not have them all done when I started, and I'm changing all of mine now. So even if you go look at mine right now, it's not what I want it to be, but it didn't stop me from moving forward. So don't let it stop you from moving forward, because that's what I did for a really long time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have the perfect logo. I have to have the perfect background, the perfect banner, you know, the perfect colors. And they all have to match. Like, no, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that when I started. And really, if you sit down and just do it, it really doesn't take that much time. So I'm in the process of doing mine right now. So don't think, like, if you go look at mine, please look at mine as examples. That's why I gave you some examples to follow. Because mine are being changed so that they all cohesively match. And anyway, but don't let that stop you from moving forward. Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and start. Start branding yourself. Don't think that you have to have all these things in place before you do that, before you start somewhere. Okay, so some places that you can do to go to, a few options to get some logos created are obviously Canva. You can create your own in Canva. I'm not a designer. Probably a lot of you aren't either. I'm not very creative. Canva makes it pretty easy. You can type in logo on Canva, and you can play around with some options on there, but it's probably still not going to be like quite perfect. So what you'll do is basically you can just kind of create like a rough draft in Canva and say, okay, this is about as good as it's going to get. Like, don't spend a lot of time, because you know they already have templates created on there for you. Just pick something that you think looks good. You're like, okay, yeah, that looks good. I can work with that, and then just edit it. You know, and then what you can do is once you have that done, you can take it over to Fiverr and have a designer change it up for you and really make it all that it can be. So start with Canva and create something. Or if you're just totally like, yeah, no, not doing that, can't do that, whatever, then just go straight to Fiverr and just tell them like, hey, these are the colors I like. You can even go and go search someone else's banner or see someone else's banner that you like, and you can send that to Fiverr and say, hey, I really like this banner. Can you create me something like this? Like, I really like this font. I really like these colors. I really like how this is laid out. And they can do it for you. So if you don't want to try to create something with a template on Canva, you just want to go straight to Fiverr, you can do that too. So that's another option. You can also, oh, and when you go to Fiverr too, also make sure that when you're looking for a designer, there's a place in the top, like a right corner that says sort by. So you make sure you want to sort those by best selling so that you pick a good designer. And y'all, it's like $5. It's literally $5 to create a logo on Fiverr. And I think you can upgrade it for like, I mean, it might be $7. Maybe there's a couple that are 10, but it's really, really cheap, because I've been looking at, you know, who can do my logo. And so that's why I'm sharing all this information with you. I mean, yeah, there's tons of people out there that make them. Tons of people that make logos and banners and all these different things. But you can get it done on Fiverr for like $5 to $10. So super cheap and really good quality if you find a good designer. Okay. So another place you can go is you can go on Etsy and you can type in logo on Etsy. That's another place. Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you the six rules that you really want to follow when you are creating your logo. So number one is you really want to keep it simple. Keep it simple, sweetie. KISS. Keep it simple, sweetie. So sometimes less is more. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Number two is keep the colors cohesive, like what we were already talking about. We already mentioned that. Okay, number three is get it in a variety of colors. Get your logo in a variety of colors. That way, when you put it on different things, you can put it on a black, if it's on a black background or a white background. Well, if you have, black writing and it's a black background, like you won't be able to see it. So, make sure you get it in several colors. That way you can put it on different backgrounds. Okay. Next is get it in a transparent PNG from your designer. A transparent PNG from your designer. Make sure you ask for that. Okay, number 5 is make sure that it is readable. I see a lot of logos and things like that out there that are really hard to read. Like you see all this really pretty cursive and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Well then, I mean, if you can't read it, like, it needs to be readable. It needs to be easy to read. Okay. And then number 5 or number 6, I forget what number we're on. Okay. Make sure you get feedbacks from some friends or your community, or you can go and post it in our group, post it in our branding group, post your banner and say, hey, here, check out my banner. Tell me what you think. Do you think there's anything that I need to change? Give me some feedback. And I would love to see your guys' banner in that group and see what everyone's creating. And it's really good to get that feedback from everyone else. Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to tell you this when we were talking about pictures. So when you're taking your pictures, like I said, the background doesn't really matter, what's in your background when you take your pictures. You can do it outside against the brick wall if you want to. I don't care if there's trees in the background. I don't care if you do it in your house. Like wherever you do it, it doesn't really matter because you're going to remove the background. Just make sure you have good lighting. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your photos and then you're going to upload your photos into remove.bg. Remove.bg. And it's a free website that removes the background from your pictures. So you can upload whatever photo and it'll cut around it and remove the background, and then you could easily place it on your banner so that it looks really good and professional. And that's really important. Okay, so remove.bg to remove the background from your photos. Let's see. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I had for you guys today. So hopefully that was helpful. If it was helpful, put hashtag helpful in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions, if I can help you. When you get your banner done, go post it in our group and let us check it out and let us give you some feedback. I would love to see everyone's banners. So just kind of an overview. Okay, so you're going to set a time that you'll take some fun lifestyle photos. You can use your phone, get your friend, get a couple outfits. Remember, you're doing the pointing thing. Like, so when you're, oh, hey, check out my free group, point here, there, hey, click here to join my free group type thing. Make sure you clean up your profile. Make sure that you go through the last 3 months and remove all the spammy stuff that has your company name on it or your company, whatever the name of the product is. Make sure that you remove all of those things. And then pick your platform. Pick what platform you're going to start building on. And if it's Facebook, great. That's definitely the one I suggest to start with. And then number 4 is create your brand board. Pick your brand colors and build your banner. So yeah, that's all I have for you. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you got any value from that. And let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you go join our group if you're not already in it, Branding You Inc. Add 10 friends that you think would get value from this type of information who are in direct sales and network marketing. For those that are trying to build their brand online, who are struggling, maybe they don't know where to start. That's what that group is all about. It's what it's for. And I love that group that we're creating a really cool community and meeting a lot of fun people who have really similar interests, and they want to blow up online. And so that's what we're doing, is we're teaching them how to do that, how to sell and how to build, how to recruit online without being spammy, without cold messaging, those types of things. How to get people to come to you, attraction marketing versus prospecting. So yeah, that's all the kind of things that we're doing in that group. So if that's something that you're looking for, if that's something you need help with, or if you know someone who is struggling, send them to our group. We would love to have them there. We'd love to have you there. And I just want to thank you guys for watching and tuning in to me today. And we will be rescheduling our influencer interview, which I was really kind of sad about, but it's okay. She had an emergency. Totally get that. Some things you just cannot plan for. So that's all right. We're going to reschedule that probably for next Saturday, because Saturday is what we kind of set aside. It's going to be our Superstar Saturday. So it's where we do an influencer interview. We feature someone from a different, all different companies, all different network marketing, direct sellers, top sellers, different brands, and top earners in their company. And they come on and we interview them, and they'll give you some top tips about how to brand yourself online, how to show up online. So I can't talk and do lip liner. So at the same time. Yeah. Okay, that's better. I have no lips without lip liner. Can anybody relate to that? Okay, so that is all. That is all I have. I look forward to hearing from you all. I look forward to working with you and helping you build your brand online. So go do your homework and post your banner in the group so we can give you some feedback. I love constructive criticism, and I'll be finishing up mine and posting mine a description or whatever. You can edit the details and put your link in the description. So when you put the click here to join my group, when they actually click on the photo, it'll bring up the description. And in the description, it's going to say, a description of whatever your group is about. And then there's going to actually be the link there to join your group. Genius. So make sure you do that, because, yeah, that makes a really big difference. So, all right. All right. I just had to finish my makeup before I hopped off here. Don't ask me why, but we're done. All right. How's that look? Okay, guys, go make it a great day. Make good choices. Be a good human. And we will see you soon. All right. Goodbye.